Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm well. Good evening. How's everything?
Are we like?
What's
you
up?
think we're like a super couple now? I was
Something
thinking like
involving-
when couples come together and it's like Benifer or
Oh,
Brangelina.
I've always wanted to be one of. I've always wanted to be one of those too.
Would we be
Married,
like Misko,
Jark,
Suga?
Jark, Sinloth, Married, Isk.
Einsk?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I kind of liked Misko.
Misko, Mooga, and Sisko.
Yeah.
I guess it makes me think of Sisko, the guy that did Thong Songs. Did he do Thong Song?
He did. Well, why
Yeah.
why doesn't Cisco make you think of Cisco?
I don't know. Well, I think of you, but then Misko makes me think of Sisko.
Interesting. That makes no sense. Should we introduce the show? Sunday night in the
just keep
mag
talking.
room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag-room. Mag-room. The mag-room. The mag-room.
Let's just keep talking for the rest of the night.
Never do it.
Yeah. Introduce the show.
I heard you.
Hey, everybody. Mark and Jared coming at you. What is it? Sunday night. Sunday
You
night.
haven't
in the bag
done
room.
your radio voice in a while.
Sunday night in the bag room.
We've made it big finally. Did you realize that?
What makes you say that?
The Snoop loops.
You'll have to explain it because I don't know exactly how we.
So episode 1, our first episode of the Mat, which you've never listened to again, probably, so you don't even remember. I brought in an article where Snoop Dogg was doing some sort of product like weed or something.
Right.
And then we did a
We
riff.
said he should do, and you said he should do breakfast cereals. Is that what
yeah,
it
and
was?
call it Snoop
Okay.
Loops.
Yeah.
If you go back to the episode, so
Wonder
this
if
was
they're-
in January.
Do you think their thing was in the making already, or did his whole deal come together since we did that?
Who has to prove it?
How cool would it be if maybe we should pursue this? Seriously,
You think who would have told? Like, you think Lori was in on it? Like, who's
do you
in
think
on it?
there's anybody else in the world that has recorded evidence that we had this idea?
We
That's probably
said
not
Snoop Loops breakfast cereal,
Wanna-
and
do you
it's a
wanna-
real thing coming out. What's your lawyer's name again?
James P. Yoke, Esquire.
James P. Yoke. I mean, why would it hurt to call him? Does he
You're
bill
right.
you? Does he bill you by the hour?
No, he's actually never charged me anything at all for his services. So you're right. It probably wouldn't be. It would be worth making this free call, dude. I'm part of this, right? I think you're the one that said it, but you're not going to cut me out of this, right? Because then I'm not. If you're thinking of doing this without
If you do the legwork, I mean, I'll give you like 5%.
5%,
What do you think
I
this will
want
get us?
30. This will finally be one of your things that, like an idea that you had, and you get to see if it's actually any good. That's something. If nothing else, if we don't
That's
become
true.
millionaires off this lawsuit.
At
And the other
minimum,
thing is-
he has to be on the podcast. We have to settle with that.
I just wish that happened in episode like 20, so I wasn't embarrassed to make him listen to it. But
Yeah, it wasn't our shit episode.
yeah. The other thing is, does this mean, to me, this kind of means that one of our listeners
No Snoop Dogg.
knows Snoop Dogg, told him about it, tried to cut us out. Like, we know somebody that's trying to fuck us, I think, is what I'm getting at. One of our friends is a turncoat.
Or Snoop Dogg's listener.
You think it's Corcoran?
Nice. It would be amazing if we had, imagine there's just some random guy who's like really powerful who listens to our show. Just like, these guys got good ideas. But we have to wait 6 months till they go out of whatever thing there is because we didn't copyright it. And then he's just going to use them all. If there's a movie about the sunk barge.
Oh, that's what I was trying to. I was trying to think of, like, all right, so if that floating restaurant comes back in Memphis, Tennessee, or whatever we said,
Yeah.
we're gonna know that there's somebody out there who's got some juice that we need to get part of.
How about this idea, though, for a movie?
Yeah.
A podcast where they say things and then 9 months later, the things come true and they start to realize
That
that-
they have some sort of telekinetic ability to make
Yeah.
things happen.
but they have to figure
Remember-
out what they should say.
Do you
'Cause
remember?
now we're just realizing like all those episode stuff is going to come true now because episode 1 came true. So what did we do in episode 2? Like I don't even know what's going to happen next week.
You don't think they're going to steal an idea from us every single episode?
No, everything that we did, one thing from every episode every week will come true.
Yeah.
Is there anything cool for us that we said during these episodes? I don't even know.
I feel like we've been dicking around for 6 months now and just making stupid conversation. We should have been focusing on ourselves.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Well, we got the lawsuit. If nothing else, we can hopefully maybe Snoop Bloops will become huge.
Or what's more likely to happen is we'll become part of it and then they'll get sued because they have like lead in the cereal and we'll go under. I would just love the lawsuit because in the lawsuit, they'd have to say our podcast.
Right.
So at minimum, if some article came out that some podcast was suing Snoop Dogg because of his cereal, somebody would publish that, right? It would get somewhere. And then people would be like, what's this podcast?
Do we want to be, I kind of want to pursue this a little bit. Like, even if just for a joke. I mean.
Yeah. How much would it be to put a lawsuit against them?
That's what I'm saying. I really should do this in some capacity. Like,
well, at least to ask them.
Who? Snoop Dogg?
Your lawyer. No, yes. Call. No, your lawyer. We got some emails. I'll hold off on one, but we got one vote. Remember you asked if it should be Jay or me who does the...
Oh, right.
Paul wrote J-Rod.
Oh, he likes when you do both of you do it.
I guess, because that's J-Rod is me and also Jay.
So like maybe a little bit of both. Okay.
And you, you got an email from... You're still working on new guests. We landed a new guest.
Yeah, he's coming on in 2 weeks, right?
Larry Hankin, another big guest.
A character actor who, I don't know. Both of these guys are bigger than we are for sure.
Who's been in Breaking Bad, Friends, and Seinfeld?
Larry Hankin.
Except that the lead guy of Breaking Bad has also been in all three.
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I think maybe not. This guy was also in Billy Madison.
Yep.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Home Alone. Yep.
He was in a Janet Jackson video. Did you see that?
That was awesome. What Have You Done For Me Lately?
What Have You Done For Me Lately? He plays the short order cook in there.
He's really just the guy who's exasperated by people dancing around his diner.
But he's a very iconic. If you watched TV or movies in the 80s or 90s, you will know his face for sure.
He has played a homeless man in 4 series and God in 2. He was the first choice for Kramer. Did you know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
He auditioned and Larry David was the first choice.
Huh.
Let's see if, so on his IMDb page, they said there's 4 things they say he's known for. His trademarks. Can you guess what they are?
His hair, I would say, has got to be one of them. No?
It says, I'll give it to you. It says disheveled appearance.
Okay.
I think that's kind of what you meant.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say that he's tall and thin. He makes a good, lanky character. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Slender frame.
All right.
And towering height are 2 of the others. So there's only one more, which is, I didn't think you were going to get those 2. I thought you would get this last one. So maybe you'll get all 4. This is amazing.
His voice, he's got a
4 for 4.
I got the voice, really?
Deadpan voice.
Again, I think we should end the show right here.
Hey, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, if you kind of think about it, I'd say he's one of the most recognizable character actors of our sort of youth, right? I mean, up until he's still working now, but I rented, or actually I bought a DVD of a movie called The Sure Thing, which he was in.
Yep.
And I had a friend that came over the weekend, and he walked in right on the scene where Larry's a truck driver in the movie, and he walked in, and I was like, that guy's going to be on my podcast, and he's like, and he named a bunch. He's right off the bat. He's like, oh yeah, I know who that is. Very easily.
And he listened to, that was the part I was most nervous about, because he asked us to send him an episode.
Yeah, right.
And he listened to our podcast and still agreed to be on.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably take that as a pat on our backs, right?
Yes. There's another update I had. I saw this on Twitter. This was about, remember the trolley problem we did?
Pulling the
previous
lever
episode.
and killing people.
Yeah.
Made you sound like some
So
train company
this
run by
was one-
psychopaths. Yeah.
This was one, it was like somebody asking for advice, but I just thought it was hilarious. So it's not like you have to answer. It's not a Dear Mooga, but
Okay.
basically so it said, I have a 3-year-old child who I refer to as Jay. While I was at work, the trolley problem came up, blah, 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 right? Hit 5 people or 1, right? You have to pull the trolley's going towards the 1 and you can pull the lever. Sorry, the trolley's going to the 5.
And you can pull it to
the
kill
lever
one
to kill
guy.
1,
Or
or
make
you can
no
let
movement.
it go.
And it kills 5.
So you're deciding to kill the 1 or you're letting it go. So that's the hard part of it. So this kid likes to play with his train set and he thought, let's try it. So they got some Lego figures, put them on the track, and he told his kid the train was going to hit the 5 people, but Jay could switch tracks if Jay is willing to have the other, like he told him the problem. So the kid looked at
It's a 3-year-old, you said, right?
Yeah, the kid
Okay.
looked at the parent, then at the tracks, picked up the lone figure, put it on the track with the other 5. Then he took the train and ran over all 6 of them.
All 6.
Turned to him and said very seriously, it was a bad accident. But it was like an advice thing. They said, is my child a psychopath?
Oh, a beautiful, hilarious psychopath. Yes.
Yeah. So I decided, why can I only kill 1 or 5? Why can't I just kill all of them?
It was a bad accident. That's awesome.
Yep. Because that was the end. I'm now worried I'm raising a budding psychopath,
You are.
actually seeking to increase harm and playing off as nothing. And I don't know what to do about it. Can I save my child? It seems ridiculous. It's a 3-year-old. The hardest part would have been the parent trying not to laugh at it,
Yeah. God.
right?
Yeah. I just now burst into. Yeah, that's great. That's
Like you
hilarious.
can't laugh at your kid doing that. That might encourage them
Not to be a
Inside.
psychopath. No, it won't.
in a little bit, maybe.
Oh, nobody get encouraged to be a psychopath because they made you laugh.
You never know where it starts.
I guess you're
But
right.
Ted
I don't.
Bundy's parents
Ted
were like
Bundy.
that.
Yeah, he was supposedly very charming and funny.
Yep. Laughed at him doing the trolley problem. All right. That's all I have for the intro. Anything else? It's a long intro. I had a lot of ideas.
Yeah, you were shot out of a cannon tonight.
I'm feeling it.
No,
Feeling-
no, do whatever you want. I'm ill prepared this week. I'm just along for the ride.
Do some Sisk stories.
Yeah, do a story.
Remember we talked about the quiz we were going to do?
story.
You want to do a quiz?
Yep.
So there was an article on New York Times about adding fun back into your life. Do you feel like you're fun, Mark?
I feel like I'm a blast, Jared.
I'd say people would describe that.
Me as a blast?
Yeah. So here's a 20-question quiz about your fun vibe.
Okay.
So do you want to take this quiz?
I think this might be one I'm actually kind of like, all right, I'll do okay on this one. Yeah, bring
All right, first one. Have you ever ordered a party sub?
it. Like one over a foot?
Yeah, delicious or no? So yes or no?
Oof. Do I have to be the one that actually ordered it, or could it have been brought to like something that I was hosting? I've had a 6-foot sub at my house before, but I wasn't the one who brought it there. Somebody
So
else
someone brought as a
to a party
like
that
said,
I had.
"Hey, did you ask them to bring it?" It's like bringing a bottle of wine. They just
That
brought
was-
a 6-foot party sub,
That was their contribution to the party. Yeah.
but you knew they were bringing it.
Yeah.
All right. I just think it would have been awesome if somebody
If someone just showed up with
yeah,
6
you're like, I'm
feet of
throwing out a party.
sandwiches.
He's like, I'll bring something, and then they bring a 6-foot party sub.
No, he told me he was going to bring it.
Did you
but I
ask him
have-
to bring it?
Not specifically, no. He
So
just,
he just offered.
whew, you ask a lot of questions.
Well, this says, have you ordered it? So I think
I
if you
didn't
told
order
the
it,
person,
no.
if you not even that you ordered, but if you told the
If
person,
I told him
hey,
to
why
bring
don't you bring
a
a
6-foot sub,
party sub?
okay, so I'm going to have to say no, but I have been a part of this question. Like, I
Alright.
feel like I have
You're off to a bad
a
start.
tangential relationship to this question.
All right.
Did I mess that whole sentence up?
All right. Second question.
All right.
Have you ever had an urgent need for stain remover?
Of course.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I've gotten blood. Yeah, I think I had blood on my shirt in a job interview once. I think I got
Wow.
a bloody nose on the way to a job interview once.
Oh, I thought the story was going to be better than that.
I murdered Look, For me to get excited about an interview, I usually I'll kill an animal, but that day I just happened to be in downtown Baltimore.
They might have been all right with that. Is that the one? Didn't you get fired from something? Is that when you got fired because you had blood on your?
For getting, for killing a homeless guy.
Oh no! All right, next one. Do you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain?
Yeah, I love both of those things. All right, not because of the song.
This is a good one. The next one. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you're making this real fun quiz.
What were you gonna? I'm not fun, so.
You just got next question. Next one. No, don't you like getting? Do you like getting caught in a rainstorm? Being outside when it's pouring rain, there's just nothing you can't stay dry, so you just accept the fact that you're gonna be soaking wet.
So I like getting caught in when I'm outside. I enjoy that, but if I'm in the car and I have to go to my house and it's pouring.
Oh, sure.
I don't like that.
No, you don't have to always like getting caught in the rain.
That's like I feel like that's a 50-50. If I was really fun, I'd be like, awesome, it's raining as I leave the car.
Why are you always so happy when you get home?
Do you initiate high fives?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I love a good high five. And I like when it's a good, like, it's not going to come through with these microphones, or actually it's Zoom, but a good, like, perfectly solid boom, high five.
Do you do it only with people you know well or people you don't know well?
Because that's a good way to meet people. Like to high five them for something stupid right off the bat. That's a good. Is that in your fucking book that you're reading?
Do you like someone who you just met off the bat? Do you feel like you nail a large percentage of those?
Well, what I do when I high five, I don't look in your eyes when I'm high fiving. You
watch the hand into the other hand.
Exactly, like you're hitting a baseball.
I just feel like the other person could get nervous. Like maybe they're not ready.
I guess, can you give me an example of the scenario in your head that would be that, like I'm saying you would be ready for any high five because I wouldn't just immediately.
A guy comes in your store.
He tells me.
And he's like, no, he says, do you do notaries? And you're like, heck yeah. And you give him a glove.
No.
And then the other guy's like, wait, whoa, what? And it's just like a weird.
No, I know when a good high five time is. I don't just go
that
for
wouldn't be a good one.
No, that's crazy. You can't just because at that point, that means you'll high five anything where the answer is yes.
So you get to the door of the pool hall with some guy you don't know. You both at the same time see the sign that says, "All you can play pool for $5 tonight," and you just look at him and you give a.
And we both read it at the same time. That would be something I would high five for. Yeah.
But you think he would be ready?
Well, that's a hard one to read, I think. You've given me a situation that's never popped up in my life before. I would say this is a tough situation to deal with, but I would be willing to high five for it. I would definitely want to know that, like, if we had both been looking at the door and then we both made eye contact, I think we would both be into it.
I feel like you just miss those sometimes.
A good high five?
Like, no, like he would want to do it, but you both would, I don't know, the timing is tough.
I don't know. I think I could get it.
Maybe I'm just not. You're pretty coordinated, so maybe I'm not as coordinated. All right. Do you enter competitions only when you can win? Do you party? Have you framed your diploma? Do you eat pop? Are you ever just hanging with the girls? Have you ever been thrown out of this fine establishment? Have you ever said, "Woo"? Do you ever hang your head out of a car window like a dog? Have you ever left a party without analyzing everything? Do you lie to your doctor? Have you ever photocopied your butt?
Yes.
All right. Your fun vibe is euphoric, which seems great. Mine was not euphoric. I forget what mine was. It doesn't tell you what the other choices are. It was something on the fun end. I don't. Maybe all the answers are make you feel fun.
Yeah, you're fun.
Six weeks ago, this is from emergingtechbrew.com. 6 weeks ago, on July 6th, Peter Yu prepared for a sleepless night. He was in Australia, but his mind was halfway across the world, awaiting the results of the first human implant of a brain-computer interface ever performed in the United States.
I hate these stories.
So you can plant. This company uses tools and knowledge from classic machine learning, deep learning, signal processing, electrophysiology, and neuroscience to try to create algorithms that can translate what seems to be a noisy neural signal into controllable digital output that the patient can control by thinking. So a neuroendovascular proceduralist inserts the company's stentrode into the patient's jugular vein. The device then travels up through a blood vessel that sits right next to the brain's motor cortex.
What kind of maniac would let somebody else do this to them?
What do you think this then allows you to do?
Speak to Martians?
Send texts by your brain. So you set this thing into your brain, up your jugular.
And did somebody do it already?
Yeah, that's what this was about.
Christ.
There's nothing that can go wrong
Where
with
the
this, right?
are we living? What do people... It's so disconcerting.
So here's the question. One, obviously you wouldn't... So my first question was, would you have this done?
No.
To like text, like if you could just text out of your brain, you could just
my
sit
stomach
there.
hurts. My stomach hurts after you read that stupid thing. I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you let somebody do that to you?
So the second question was, is there anything that if it could do it, like if you could put this in your brain and you were able to do it, would you let them do it? Like, is there any task?
What if it was something that prevented me from having to shave every day?
That's better than...
It made my hair on my face stop growing. I'd do that. I hate shaving.
So you would have them let him implant a chip in your jugular to not be able to shave.
I don't care about text messaging.
I know, but that was not what I thought you would choose. I just love that people thought the vaccine was going to put some chip in them and they were all mad, but the same people would do this thing.
Yeah, Facebook. I'll let Facebook in my head. I'm not going to let a cure for a disease in my body.
Something that might kill me.
Yeah, it could kill me, but this, I won't have to type my text messages.
Even though I can voice text.
Yeah, I don't even want to open my mouth. I'm so lazy now. The modern world has made me so lazy, I'm not even willing to vocalize my thoughts.
It can't be good either. It's got to have like tons of bugs.
No, I'm sure it's fine. They must have run a couple of tests on it.
Like you got to retype stuff all the time. It's up the vein. Like there's no way this thing could clog the vein that it's in.
Well, it's not like which artery is it?
The jugular. It's
not that important, is it?
I think that's the most important.
Jugular?
How was your weekend?
Anything
interesting or week? Any story? You always have a good story from something. Week or weekend or.
And then I went down to my sister's today. She had a little get together for Labor Day weekend. Just a
nice.
Cookout. Yeah, it was fun.
I didn't get an invite.
Cookout with Lori. Well, you live in a different state, so
okay. I just figured I'd be blanket told though of the.
Well, I'll leave this part.
Our podcast.
I'll leave this part in, and I guarantee you she'll write you or something. Lori loves a good party, and she
when I come down in, I think I'm going to come down in late January, early February.
Should I have a party? Should I have a party for you?
I don't know. What is that fun?
I believe
by then I'm going to know how to win friends and influence people, so I'll be.
So you would like to have some people to win.
Ready
and
to
influence, yeah.
But really, I just want to hang out with you. I mean, it'd be cool to see like your sister and your family, but
and 40 or 50 strangers.
I don't need a bunch of random
and the live band and
nice
Jared Fest.
Maybe
didn't you want? I mean, you wanted to have 100 people get together.
Oh, we're gonna have a festival
in celebration of the podcast.
Yeah, if I come, so I feel like if I come down, I'll come down like Thursday late till Sunday. So we have Thursday night, Friday night stuff. So if we had one night, Friday or Saturday night, we had a festival, that would be
at
fun.
my house.
And then the other night, we could do something. Yeah, wherever. I mean, I don't know, unless you have a festival place that you're gonna.
If this happens and there are more than 100 people that come, will you? Do I get some sort of credit for you achieving one of your goals?
Yeah.
All right.
We have to call it something though.
To make it a festival. Rather than just like an informal party, we have to do something.
Yeah, it can't just be like, come to my house. We could invite all the Mag Room listeners. Would you let people stay at your house, like whoever came?
I mean, I have 3 bedrooms, small house though.
I mean, I'm just saying I want to reserve a bedroom.
Well, the things for you and for the Mag Room, you'd have to have one of the bedrooms.
So the other listeners would have to all share the other bedroom. That's all.
Or my bed. Hopefully,
Yeah, they could all sleep with you.
Not
Some
all.
mag room orgy. Could we have a mag room festival? Just a festival about the podcast.
You mean rather than me like rolling cheese through my backyard or something like that? I mean, what else? What else would we be festiving?
Nice. We could have the mag room festival. We could do all the stupid things that we read about and all the stuff. Like we have an ironing contest. We do a
Should we invite Snoop Dogg? Maybe Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Maybe he'll perform in
the lawsuit
as a settlement for us not suing him. He'll perform. Oh, this is a perfect way to
perform,
contact.
and then we do a live podcast episode with him there.
What if we made? What if this happened? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And all we end up doing is asking him if he'd rather have hands that don't stop growing or feet that don't stop growing.
Maybe he would like it though.
How could he not?
Yeah, it's true.
We're charming.
Maybe you are.
I am.
You're euphoric. So the party with your sisters was fun?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
Cookout, me, my mom, my dad, my 2 nephews, Ed, Lori, and Ed's parents, 9 people total.
So it wasn't a festival?
No, it was 1/11th of a festival.
All right. You think a festival is 100 people?
Well, in your definition, it was, right?
All right. No, I just said that I would like there to be 100 people at my festival. I would say over 50. Maybe you could be in a festival.
Well, I think festival just implies that there's like a theme to your party.
Yeah, but if you had 9 people at the theme, I don't know. It's tough to call it.
All right, so Magroom Festival, sometime in January 2023.
Yeah, I can tell you the date.
I have to clean my house.
You got some time. Let's see. It's
Think
like
Corcoran would come?
That's a great question. I mean, we're telling people early enough. So February 2nd is when my break starts. That's a Thursday. So 2nd to the 5th. So it'd either be the 3rd, probably the 3rd, right? The Friday, maybe?
February 3rd.
If we do a Saturday, I fly back. That would be tough. We'll think about it. 3rd or 4th, though.
Okay.
Probably Saturday would be better for people.
I can get a band. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Do I come to work with you on Friday?
You can do that if you want to.
Saturday, you're going to have to close, though, for the festival. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Produced by Peter Yu. Theme song by Mega Yellox. Email Mooga and Sisko at gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, the Magroom Pod.
Smash that like button.
We're getting some more followers. Thank you to those who emailed.
Yes, thanks.
To us. And you've all heard the start of Misko or Suga. I don't know. We need a better one. Jark.
That's what I said.
Jark
Sinloth.
Jark. Produced by Jark Sinloth. All right. Do you want to say the end? Do you want me to say the end? Or Jay Tarsus says the end?
You say it. I'm always going to vote that you said. It's your thing. It's not his thing.
All right.
You just stole it, but it's yours.
Are we going to get Larry Hankin to say it the day he's on?
I don't think we should. Do you?
Really?
I don't know.
Why not? We just say
it's not. It wasn't. Jay Tarsus had a connection to it.
We could say every guest we have on, we have to say the end.
We could say that. We could tell him that our line is some other thing that he said at some point in time.
Oh,
we could get
the Magroom. Why didn't you tell me you had some Magroom, delicious Magroom crackers? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know. We have to find a line. I don't know any of his iconic lines.
Like I said, if you were our age, he's a pretty iconic dude. Like he's
Can we bring those for next week? Some lines?
Sure.
Find some Larry Hankin lines?
Yeah.
All right. That's your job for next week.
Larry Hankin lines.
All right. Stick with the Magroom,
and everything else will be cream cheese.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
Everyone thinks rap legend Snoop Dogg is a great guy.
Rap icon Snoop Dogg.
Breakfast.
9 out of 10 of you start your morning with a bowl of cereal.
You were also among the first to listen to this podcast that's created
Right, well, the battle over the breakfast cereals is heating
on
up.
KCAL 9, Snoop Dogg apparently got annoyed.
All right, Snoop Dogg may be hit with
sure.
a lawsuit after revealing.
Pet market's huge. Snoop Dogg, whatever, right? Something to do with dogs. Snoop Dogg treats.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. He could do like so much of that stuff. How is he not doing that? So that's number one. I got Snoop Loops, a cereal. Little morning cereal. Maybe it's for adults, seasoned with some special stuff.